I decided to just practice this, and I've seen it work like a bomb in my life and in my relationship. This is something that I want you South Africans to learn and practice.
So this South African woman who is married to a Nigerian has faced serious backlash from fellow South Africans, and obviously because she came to give her opinion about Chidimma, and you guys are going to listen to her in a bit. The truth is, the conversation about South Africa and Nigeria is not going to end anytime soon. Why? Because we have Nigerians and we have South Africans, and we are always going to disagree to agree. But the beautiful thing is that we have Nigerians that are married to South Africans. We have South Africans that are married to Nigeria, yeah, vice versa. And we have something that they call South Nigerians, right? Those are, the children born by a South African man or woman to a Nigerian man or woman. So this, no matter how you guys try to stop this togetherness or whatever, we are marrying each other, okay? But I understand what some of the South Africans are talking about, which is they don't want illegal people in their country and they feel Nigerians are the worst ones ever. No problem. But how about those that are not illegal, those that are giving their honest opinion concerning issues, and you guys go there to bombard them with talks about them being this and being that? Anyway, guys, this lady cleared the hair, she cleared South Africans, and I'm going to leave it for you guys to listen in a bit, okay? And she trashed everything. And there was a conversation that, when Burna Boy came out to say stuff about Chidimma, she also came outside and she cleared Burna Boy with her husband. Her husband is Nigerian, by the way. I like people who are open-minded. I'm not saying because I'm Nigerian, when you're seeing things that Nigerians are doing that are wrong, we shouldn't speak. Speak about those things, those people, but don't say the old Nigerian because it is not the old Nigeria. Anyway, let's go listen to this lady right here, and I'll be back.
One of the things that I have learned in my adult life that have actually been like so helpful to growing my relationship, and I feel like sometimes we like looking at the negative things that people come out with in relationships, but for me, I'm just grateful for the positive things that I'm learning about myself, on how to cope, on how to resolve conflict, and just how to be a better person. So I'm just grateful for those things. So I decided, let me just come share one of them. It's so crazy that we downplay the internet, but I've learned it from the internet, and it's a good thing. I've learned it from therapists on the internet. I decided to just practice this, and I've seen it work like a bomb in my life and in my relationship. This is something that I want you South Africans to learn and practice and see if it makes a difference, okay? Managing your emotions, being reactive. I'm going to first come here as a person that is absolutely aware. Me, I am 100% aware of the fact that a lot of you don't like me. A lot of you don't approve of the fact that I'm this girl that went to go marry the Nigerian. You guys don't like them. I want you to know that I confidently, and I am 100% aware of that, and I want you to know that it absolutely does not bother me. It doesn't bother me, guys. You understand? I'm too strong. I have worked on myself. Let me tell you something. I risked being loved and being approved by you in order for me to do what? To be peaceful and have the life that I envision for myself. I risked your love and approval. You understand? I risked it, and I gave it up, and for me, I didn't care for it. So I want you to know that you are being addressed by an adult who took a sober decision under the circumstances as they are, and boldly stood up for who she is and her happiness. So I am not shaken whatsoever. But listen to this. Let me teach you something that could make you better. Acting out of emotions is actually your worst enemy. You understand? Because let me make you an example. With this whole Chidimma thing, I want to just address one more thing about it, and I promise myself that this is the last video that I'm making related to this topic, okay? I like to consume myself with like positive things and positive news, so this is like a little bit of like a negative thing going on. I just don't want to invest my energy in it, but I want to just say one last thing. So with this whole Chidimma thing, guys, if you notice, there's like a lot of people that have been coming here talking about, oh yeah, she knew, right? And these people are actually people who are acting out of emotions. These are people who are being reactive. These are people that are finding an opportunity and a platform to express the anger and the hatred that they already have. Okay, so when I posted that video, I already knew that these people were coming. I knew that I was opening a little hole for them to come and vent, because they want to vent. They want to express this hatred that they already have. They want to get one more chance to come and curse me out and swear at me. Because if you notice one thing about me, I am married to a Nigerian man, but that's not the highlight of my life. You know what I mean? I have a life. I have other things that are happening in my life. I had me. There was me before him. So I have an identity and so much going on for myself as a woman. Therefore, I don't use my platform to have this dominance of like the Nigerian man and get attention from the streets that I don't care for, because I get attention from good places, like when I perform for the governor of Maryland, when I perform for the mayor of Baltimore, and I was on the news in America. That's the kind of attention that I get. Okay, so for me, I don't care for petty attention of street talk in the internet, but when something concerns my people and could hinder my own position and requires me to use my platform to address it, I will address it, even if I'm not going to dwell on it and just dwell on the toxicity of it. But I will come here once in a while and say, this is where I stand with this particular thing. So with that being said, people came, you know, as I expected, that they were going to find this opportunity and come and express their hatred and blah 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 blah. But I'm going to tell you why this is actually working against you and working against what you are claiming you want to achieve, right? You are on the face, on the surface, claiming that we want to achieve a peaceful South Africa. We are not hating on anyone. We just want to make sure that people are doing right by us. You don't do that, Mdasekai. Let me teach you. You don't do that by being emotional. You know, when you're being emotional, you actually like miss the point. When you're being emotional, you actually can never get to the other person. You can never get what you want when you're being emotional. That's one thing that I've learned in my adult life about managing relationships. What we are going through requires us to be able to manage relationships. Let me make you an example, right? I live here in America, right? And this is not my country. I'm going to make an example about me. If I was walking on the streets right now and then I was drinking like from a bottle, a plastic bottle, after I finish with my bottle, I just throw it on the road, right? If an American came to me, right, as an African and an immigrant here, and then said to me, hey, you know what, could you please just pick up the paper and put it in the trash? We don't like want to leave it on the street and all of that. You know what that American is doing? They are addressing what is the problem. They do not want pollution where in their country. That's what they don't want. But if the American came to me and said to me, hey, you African, why is this bottle? No, baby, I am not going to even hear what is being corrected, because guess what? I am hearing hate. That's what happens when you are reactive, South Africans. That is exactly what happens. I want you to understand that you can never and you will never achieve the peace that you claim that you want as long as you still come and project hate. Baby, you don't have to love everyone. But let me tell you something, you can respect people. That Nigerian that you claim that is doing the most horrible thing here, do you think that person wouldn't respect us if we were straight up respectful South Africans to ourselves and in the way that we talk, by saying, hey, you know what, we don't want this, period. But once this Nigerian is not able to differentiate whether you hate them just for being them or you are correcting the behavior, then they're never going to change. It's never going to change, because every time you address the wrong thing, the immediate thing that goes to their mind is the fact that this person already hates me. Sweetie, you're allowed to hate them. We can't change who you are. You're allowed to hate them. But let me tell you something, if you think that continuing to display this barbaric behavior is going to sort out issues, it is not. And guess who is suffering? It's not the girl in America. The girl in America is sitting with her husband, not suffering. I'm just trying to help you. I'm telling you that. I find it absolutely disappointing, even though I was expecting it. But I absolutely find it disappointing coming from grown women. Oh my God, grown women, grown men here on TikTok, on my comment section. When I addressed this Chidimma thing yesterday, they're talking about she knew. She's a 23-year-old grown woman. She knew what was happening with her mom. Half of you don't even know who your fathers are. Guys, don't come here and find excuses to hate on someone when they didn't do anything to you, okay? It is not proven. You don't have proof of the fact that Chidimma was aware of what is happening. Let me tell you what is at stake for Chidimma. If she was aware, for me personally, I don't think she was aware, okay? Until it's proven that she was. I do not think that she was aware. I think you're just finding an opportunity to come and hate on her because you already hate her, you already hate us. It's okay. So if you guys are coming and saying, oh my god, she's lying, she knew, let's just like break down the things that are at stake here. This girl is a student at the University of Pretoria. She actually studies international relations. Do you think her knowing like the laws and everything, she would actually come and enter a pageant knowing the truth, like something that would put her in that position? I don't think she would. Do you think her knowing that you cannot lawfully be a citizen of South Africa just being born of a foreigner if they are not a South African citizen, do you think that she would risk losing her position in the school and in the system because of a pageant? I don't think she would. You guys, why are you guys such hypocrites though? Some of you don't even know who your fathers are. You started knowing who your father was at 18, at 17. You know that these parents lie. Don't come here and make excuses just because you want an opportunity to project the hate that you already have against Nigerians and hating this girl. Now, the little thing, you are finding a loophole to stand on your hate. You know that some of you have been lied to all of your life and found out at 18 that this was not your real father. These parents will lie to you and tell you that they are protecting you. So if it's Chidimma's mom that did it, no, it can't be because she's Nigerian. She was supposed to know. I think that's very unfair and that's very cruel because we don't have proof that she knew, okay? Some people are saying to me that, oh yeah, she knew. Did you see the way that she was arrogant even when we were questioning her identity? Baby, she had a right to be arrogant. What are you talking about? Some of you are just talking senseless nonsense because you guys are just like local people that would never be exposed to the world. You don't know shit. You just keep talking on the internet. Do you think when Obama was trying to run for president here in America, how many people were stripping papers and creating controversy about him and not being American and Kenyan and all of that? People will do that, one. And he stood up for himself. She was not wrong by saying, let me tell you something. If I give birth to my child is going to be an American when I give birth to my child. But that child is born of what? A South African mom and a Nigerian dad, okay? So when my child is trying to enter a competition or do something here and then people start bullying her because of my background, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell that child that stand up for yourself. You were born here. You have a right to stand up for yourself. So this child, do you think if she knew, she would be arrogant and standing up for herself? She was literally just thinking that, okay, you know what? Everybody's projecting the hate that was going to come anyway because they already don't like us. But she was not going to come here and be arrogant and stand up for herself if she knew the truth of the fact that she was a fraud. As an international relations student at the University of Pretoria, no, I don't believe that. She didn't know. She was lied to and she was just behaving like any other South African citizen should because she knows herself to be a South African citizen. And me, I support her. She stood up for herself. She was like, I'm going ahead. I'm not going to let you guys stop me because of petty street hate, because that's what you were displaying. Yet again, I'm going back to this conversation of emotions. Maybe if you did not come on Chidimma's case and act out of emotion and curse her for being what she is, instead of like coming and say, no, this and that about this situation is questionable, maybe she was not going to come and react and be arrogant. She's just seeing the hate. She's not seeing what you're questioning, which is actually legit, but she's seeing the hate. That's why I'm saying that when you continue to work under emotions and react and do all of these things and act barbaric, nobody is going to see the real concerns that you are raising about what is happening in South Africa. Everybody's just going to see the hate. When you address things with hate, you are actually the one who's putting yourself in a position of not winning, because when you address things with hate, even if it's the greatest things, nobody is going to concentrate on the things that you're addressing. Everybody is going to be concentrating on the attack that you're giving. It's always the formula and the method in which you present things. When my husband upsets me and I feel like I'm just a little irritated about something, you know what? You know, one of the things that make me proud, I just get in the car, take a little drive, go have a joint, and then I come back. By the time I drive back, I realize that I'm no longer upset. And then when I come home, I talk to my husband and say, baby, when you do A, B, and C in the kitchen, it makes me feel this way. And then my husband looks at me with respect and he says to me, oh, you know what? I'm sorry, babe. You're right. That shouldn't happen. You know why? Because I addressed the problem and I addressed him with respect. But when I am upset about it and emotional and reactive and start with, come on, why would you? I am attacking what now? I'm attacking his character. I am attacking what now? His mind. Because I say, why would you? I am like belittling him. I am making him feel like, you know what, he does not have a capacity or to do certain things. I'm not addressing what the problem. Therefore, he's not going to change because you know what he's seeing? He's seeing this crazy, hateful, yelling woman. He's not seeing an adult that's addressing the problem. So learn this, okay? Me, you can continue to hate me. It works for me. But learn this. If you think that yelling and cursing people on the internet is going to solve your problem, no, baby, it's never going to resonate to those people because those people, they see the hate that you have around them. You can treat people with respect and address the issues that you have and then continue to not like each other but live peacefully in the same space, because let's just be real on one thing. The Nigerians are not going anywhere. Okay, we are multiplying. We're going to give birth to kids. Your sisters have kids with Nigerians. All of this energy you are using towards the wrong things. There's nothing that you are going to do now to change what the situation is. Okay, so your hate is just something. If you are hateful, you're already on the losing side. Okay, the reason why South Africans are shocked is because it's the first time you see this representation from somebody that you claim is not South African or is not eligible in this space, which is the pageantry. It's still going to go to Parliament, baby. It's still gonna be someone else's son in Parliament. It's still gonna be somebody else in the Olympics. Some of us were ready. We came into it risking being loved by you to actually like be happy and have it. Okay. Some of us, we live in America where we meet people that, oh, I'm Indian American. Oh, I'm Chinese American. Oh yeah, you know what? I'm Kenyan American. So we are used to a rainbow nation, not this rainbow nation that has colors that are stripped out that you guys are claiming to be. But I can already tell you right now that you are on the losing side. There is nothing that you are going to do about it. There is nothing that you can possibly do to win this internal war that is driven by hate. Okay, if we want to correct things here and focus on the right things, we have to correct things in the right way. Okay, stop being emotional. I know you don't like me. I know I'm not your favorite girl because I didn't marry a Xhosa boy or a boy from Limpopo. I'm proud of myself. I know that. But you know what, baby? You hating me is not good. You are using your energy towards the wrong thing. Learn to do yoga. Take a deep breath and say, I'm so mad. I'm so mad that the one that's on stage is Chidimma and is not Usisonge. But you know what? Just say, Chidimma, I have an issue with this whole identity and background. If you're going to come and say, these people are like this, just see, when people are going to react the way that you act, they're going to just reciprocate the same energy. 5 years from now, you're still going to be yelling and screaming and fighting, telling me that, oh, my offsprings are also going to have Nigerian blood. Yes, they're going to have 3 passports, the South African, the Nigerian, and the American. It's called what advantage? And I'm sorry that you don't have it, okay? So these things that you are fighting, you're already on the losing side. They have allies in the world. I feel like, you know, you South Africans could do better. I can have any conversation with any Nigerian about anything that I like and I dislike in their country. And let me tell you something, I don't think that Nigerian would leave a table being upset or feel insulted by me, because I will be addressing the problem. I will not be addressing them. Okay, I'm addressing what? The problem. If you learn that, you're going to have a nice successful relationships with people. Learn to address the problem. Even if you don't like the person, learn to lead by example. You know what makes a good leader? A person who's able to be emotionless and focus on the problem. Have you ever seen a president who's like so emotional? No. You know why they win as president? Is always the guy that's gonna be calm. Don't think that guy has a side that they like, that they don't like. Of course they do, but let me tell you something, they are sober enough to be calm and address problems and not address people. So I'm sorry to tell you that you continue to lose with this barbaric behavior. But anyway, that's it for today. Last video on this damn nonsense. I stand by the values that I stand by. I stand with Chidimma. I empathize with her, and you know what, I feel her pain. Some are saying that, oh, she's 23 years old, she's old, she's married. I'm sorry that you're not married at 23.
So, guys, you heard everything she said right here. Let me know what you leave your honest thoughts with me in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye for now.